And I would start coughing now. I, I'm sorry, you guys. Give me a second because I didn't cough all this other time. So, good evening and welcome to Java City Literary Lounge. I am your host, Sharon Blount. And before I introduce our special guest tonight, I want to apologize right now. I'm dealing with pneumonia and the flu. I'm going to cough, so I want to make a big apology right now so I won't have to keep saying I'm sorry. So I'm sorry um, for any time I cough tonight. So thank you for understanding. But let's get back to the program tonight. We are here with, okay, look, I don't fangirl too often, right? But when I met her at the book sign, I thought I was going to come out of my skin because I'm such a fangirl. So I want to introduce you tonight to Valerie Burns, aka VM Burns, aka Callie E. Benjamin. Welcome to Java City Literary Lounge. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me tonight.
Thank you. I'm so excited to have you here. So
Aw,
thank you for coming on and joining us tonight.
of
Thank
course.
you. Thank
Glad to
you.
be here.
Me too. Okay. I'm trying not to fangirl. I want to be professional, but just realize that I'm still a fan. I'm a fan.
Aw,
I'm trying to whew, not be nervous, but it's a little too late for that. But I'm excited to have you here. So I just wanted to say thank you. I appreciate
well,
your
thank
time.
you.
All right. So I like to start this first question off. I like to begin with it and end with it. So my first question is, can you please let the audience know how can they contact you if they are interested maybe into a book signing? Where can they locate your books? You know, if you have a newsletter or anything like that.
So, the best way to reach me is through my website,
Mhm.
bmburns.com. Actually, all of those names lead to the same site. So, whether you read me as CallieEBenjamin.com,
Mhm.
ValerieBurns.com, or VMBurns.com. They all go to the same place. And there is a way to contact me on the website. So
Uh-huh.
you can drop me a line. That'll come straight to my email. I'm also on Facebook. So VM Burns Books, I believe, is for Facebook,
Mhm.
and I'm on Instagram. So I'm pretty sure that's VM Burns or VM Burns Books too.
Okay, thank you very much. I lost you somehow, so give me a second. I hear you, but I can no longer see you. Hold on. One. There we go. I'm not sure why it did that, but I apologize. Um, Thank you for letting us know how we can stay connected to you. I'm quite sure after tonight's interview, people will be interested in getting in contact with you. Believe me when I say her books are absolutely wonderful. She has fur babies, so don't mind the fur babies in the back.
That is
She
Chloe.
loves dogs. She absolutely
Uh,
loves dogs like I do too. So, well, I have a story, but I'm not going to share it right now. Let us get into our first question. Are you ready?
I am.
All right, let's go. Well, I want to welcome, before we start, I want to welcome Tanya Brown Rivers and Paula I always say her last name wrong, McCowan. Welcome, ladies. And I know others will join in once we get
Okay.
started. So, welcome tonight. Thank you. Okay, and let's begin. All right. When did you decide to write cozy mysteries? And I believe they're cozy mysteries, but I'm not quite sure.
Yes. Um, I, I've been reading cozy mysteries since
Mhm.
I was a child.
Mhm.
I love reading them, and over the decades of reading these books, I came up with, man, I wish somebody would write a book about. I wish there was a book about. I wish there was this book.
Mhm.
I would love to read this book. And that list just kept getting longer and longer and longer. And year after year, And finally, it dawned on me that nobody was writing that book. And I
Mm-hmm.
thought, well, if I want to read it, maybe somebody else would be interested in reading it too.
Mm-hmm.
And, sometimes you read a mystery and they're so good, and then you read one that's maybe not quite there. And I thought, well, somebody published this book and this
Mm-hmm.
wasn't that great. Maybe I could write something. And so I just thought, I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna try. So that's really how it got started. It's really just my lifelong love
Mm-hmm.
of reading these books. And then also you can read I read cozy mysteries since I was probably 12.
Okay.
And I there aren't a lot of cozy mysteries with black characters.
They're not. They're not. And that was my uh when I was younger, because I love, like, not just Stephen King. Oh God, now their names. James Patterson, and it's a few others. But I realized there were not a lot of them of color. It wasn't
Mm-hmm.
until I found one. Oh God, what is her name? Her name is Valerie too. Oh my,
Valerie Wilson Wesley.
yes. Then I was like, oh, we write mysteries too. So, and then it kind of just opens your eyes to other mystery writers. So it's,
Yeah,
I love being able to, and I still read non AA books too. But it's a wonderful thing when you can see yourself as the character and see others. It's a wonderful thing. So
absolutely.
yeah. So thank you for putting your foot in there, and not only just doing okay, doing awesome, because you are my one click author. Oh, there she
Aw,
goes. There she goes. So I enjoy your books tremendously. So thank
thank
you for your
you.
contributions to AA mystery writing.
Thank you very much.
No problem. What do you like and love about writing? I know this is not on there. Writing mystery books. Is it complicated for you? What is your process with writing mysteries?
So I love the puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
I and because I love to read
Yeah.
mysteries,
Mm-hmm.
I come up with these ideas for books that I would like to read. And
Gotcha.
so my one series, my mystery bookshop series, actually, I thought, oh, it would be really cool to have two mysteries in each book. Why don't I have, I'd
Yeah.
love to read a book about,
Mhm.
where the protagonist is solving a mystery, but she's also writing about
Yes.
a mystery. And, so because I love to read,
Mm.
I thought, oh, well, I'm going to write that book. But then I start writing and I realize, well, this is hard. I didn't even think through the fact that I have to solve two
Yep.
mysteries in order to write that.
Yeah.
And, I was halfway in before I was like, what did I get myself
Yep.
into?
Yep. Yeah.
So,
I was
yeah,
wondering how you did that. Like, the I think all of, not just hard work, the planning and making sure those stories are straight, because I'm like, whoa, this is a double whoa. So yeah. Yeah.
it's if I had thought about it from a writer perspective, I
Mhm.
probably wouldn't have done it. But I
Gotcha.
only was thinking about it from the fact that, oh, this would be a book I would want to read. And
Gotcha.
so I just started, writing it from
Mhm.
that perspective. And I get myself I'm not as big of a plotter. I'm not really a good plotter. I
Gotcha.
like to get an idea of what's going to happen in the story,
Mhm.
and then I just start writing and I let my characters just sort of go where they want to go. And
Yeah.
sometimes they lead me into, brick walls and I have to figure out how to get out of
Yep.
that situation.
Yep.
But to me, that's what keeps it fun.
Yes.
As
Yes.
a writer, I don't know what's going to happen all the time, and
Mhm.
I'm just exploring with my characters, and I have a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah, I do that too. I find myself, I do like a light outline because it gives myself room to add my own little pizzazz to it, or let the characters talk, breathe. I say talk and breathe. So I like that. That, kind of similar on that part.
Yes.
It's good to hear. So when I hear other authors, they're like whoo, and I'm like, wow, that is some dedication there.
Yeah, I wish I could plot like, I have a friend, Kelly Garrett, she plots everything, and I wish I could plot like that, but
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah, oh, it don't work for me. I love her books, by the way. If you have not picked up any or don't know or familiar with this author, her name is Kelly Garrett. I think her last name is Kellye. I believe. I think it's the E at the end. But her
Uh-huh.
books are awesome. She writes. I got to get in contact with her, but her books are awesome as well. So
Yeah.
another AA author that writes mysteries. I'm not sure if they're cozy, but they're mysteries. So
Yeah.
thank you for mentioning her and telling us a little bit about your process.
You're welcome.
No problem. So I have a next question for you. And I
Okay.
want to welcome a few other people who have joined us. Hello, Jackie. Welcome. Hello, Tiff Happy Place. Hello, Antoinette. And let me see if I can go up a little bit. Yeah. I don't know. Okay. And Jennifer Copeland. Welcome, ladies. Thank you for joining us tonight. And if you have a question or a comment, please don't hesitate and put the comment or question in here. And I will ask the question to Miss Valerie Burns. So thank you for joining us this evening. So let's get back to my next question. So this
Okay.
is the series that I enjoy them all, right? Right. As I stated earlier, I'm a fan girl, but I really love this series. So can you tell us about your series, A Baker Street Mystery?
Yeah, my Baker Street Mysteries series, actually, I got the idea for this during COVID.
Okay.
So, I like to bake, and I used to watch a lot of baking programs, the Barefoot Contessa,
Oh, yeah.
just tons. Valerie Bertinelli has one, tons of
Mhm.
baking shows. And then during COVID, I noticed that the camera quality wasn't quite the same because, you couldn't have a camera crew in your house. We were all quarantined,
Mhm.
and so then you see just family members. And what I found out online was lots of outtakes. There were all of these, you know, bloopers that were happening, and
Uh-huh.
I got the idea it would be really cool to write a culinary cozy, uh, and have someone who doesn't know how to bake.
Girl, she's a mess too. She is a mess.
So I thought, well, that was kind of what gave me the idea for Maddie Montgomery.
Mhm.
And so she is a fashionista and social media influencer. And, part of that, I'm not as good with social media as I wish I were. And so I get to live vicariously through my characters from that sense. I do like to bake.
Mhm.
Um, but I have a nephew. My nephew and his wife are both in the fashion industry in New York. And so
Mhm.
they share their love of fashion with me. And
Okay. I was wondering
yeah,
because they are on
yeah,
point.
my nephew is very serious about fashion, and I'm like, okay, well, if my character she runs a bakery and she needs some, tennis shoes, and he's like, she wouldn't, and I'm like, but come on, Christopher, she can't be standing around in 6-inch heels all day.
Yeah.
And so then they give me their designers, and I'm like, hey, I need a designer that you would recognize their clothes instantly just by looking at it. And then they
Yeah.
give me a name, and I look it up, and I'm like, that dress is how much? That dress is $4,000? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Ooh,
For
one
one
dress.
dress, one, and then they don't come and keep your house or nothing.
No,
And that's
one dress.
right.
Or $1,500 for a pair of tennis shoes. I was like, whoa, okay. These
Yeah,
tennis shoes
yeah,
need to have like, wheels and drive you to, to work every day. But it was a
yeah.
way to kind of involve my family in my books
Hmm.
and let me, um, like I said, live vicariously through my characters. So while I may not have
Right.
that, $1,500 tennis shoes, I can imagine what it's like.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you tell us the first title in that series and the hero and heroine's name?
Um, so the first book is two-part sugar, one part. Let's see, I think I have it here. Let's see, two-part sugar, one part murder.
And I love the covers. I love the covers. I love illustration covers. I am a big fan of those.
And
So I love.
the it's Maddie Montgomery, and the her love interest is Michael Portman. So that
Mhm.
is,
Okay.
and Baby is the 250-pound English Mastiff. So Maddie is a social media influencer, and she's engaged to be married, and her fiance is a no-show to their live stream wedding, and she's humiliated and decides she's just looking for a rock that she can crawl under and hide for a while when she learns that she's
Hmm.
inherited a bakery, a house, and a 250-pound English Mastiff from her great aunt Octavia in the town of New Bison, Michigan. Well, she's never heard of New Bison, so great place to go hide out.
Hmm.
She thinks she's going to sell the bakery and the house and get rid of the dog and go back to her fabulous life. But great aunt Octavia's will says that in order to inherit, she has to run the bakery, live in the house, and keep the dog for a year.
Hmm.
So it would not be a big problem if she knew how to bake, but she does not. So she's got to figure that
And
out.
it's a mess. It is so funny to see some of, I'm like, girl, how did you do that? Like, why did you do that? How? So, but you get to also see her in, I think there's 4 books
The
now.
fourth book comes out in July.
Yep, I pre-ordered it. I can't wait.
Thank you.
I can't wait for that book. But to see her grow, to see the character continue to grow, I love that you didn't just keep her in that one-dimensional character. You got to see her grow in all of the books. Because I love her father, the
The
admiral.
Admiral, yes.
Why? I absolutely love him. So it's really good to see her character and everybody, but really to see her character grow from that in the beginning, like, oh, she is so entitled, but she grows into herself and realize that she's more than just the fashionista. Let's spend all our money. So it was really great to see her continue to grow as a
Thank
character.
you. I was worried that people would meet her at the beginning and not want to
Mhm.
follow her story, because they would not like her very much. So I'm glad
Mhm.
to hear that, people stayed with her long enough to see
Yeah.
her growth.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. To be honest, the synopsis and the book cover had me, right? I said, "Oh," and I said, "Oh, what that big dog doing?" So it's that big dog. So I was really interested in, once I read the synopsis and the cover. So, and I'm just happy that, like I said, she was able to grow. But even the admiral, he grew up as well with her. Her father is very stern military man. So when you get to read the book, you'll understand what I'm talking about. So I have a story I would like to share with you, and I promise you will get back your 1 minute. It'll probably get me to tell you the story of Harold.
Okay.
Okay, so I have a neighbor, and I live in apartments, apartment homes they call it. But anyway, live in apartments, and this lady, I think her name is Inga, and I think she's Swedish, right? really small, really petite, non-African American lady, and she has this huge dog. Like I had no idea poodles get that big. Like the dog is huge, right? So I'm not a fan of big dogs, right? They're beautiful, but I'm a wave to you from over here, right? So I talk to her and she's here and I'm here. I never really get too close to Harold. Remember, that's his name, Harold. So every time he sees me, he's excited to see me, but bye Harold, or if I have a treat, I'll throw it to him, right? A bone, but I don't get too close. So anyway, one day I'm walking my dog, Amber Tremaine, that's my fur baby. I'm walking her and I see Harold and Inga, and I wave and go on about my way. We talk for a second, and I say bye, and I turn around and I go up a hill, right? Go up a hill, and all of a sudden I hear Harold, no, and I'm like, oh my god. Oh my God, Harold, I don't know why my mind went, oh my God, he's attacking her. That's what I thought. So I pick up my dog real quick, put her in my shirt, and I turn around, and here comes Harold in full gallop towards me. And I'm like, oh my God. So I turn around and run. And let me be honest, I'm not quite sure if I really ran, right? I'm a big girl. So going up that hill, I'm not quite sure I ran really fast, but I ran to get away from Harold. Well, listen, the ground met me and I met the
Uh-oh.
ground, right? So I'm not sure if I fell, if I tripped, or whatever. You ever see the movies when a non-African American girl always fall? Well, I was the black girl in the scary movie. I fell. So I'm on the ground, and then here comes Harold on my head, on me, and I'm like, oh, I'm screaming, help me, help me, help me. And either I blacked out or whatever, and I closed my eyes and I'm up. I'm like, oh my God. Oh God, heaven. I thought the dog killed me, right? I'm like, oh my God. But I'm like, damn, heaven looked like the regular place. I said, maybe I'm a spirit. Maybe I'm a spirit. So, but then Harold his paw was on my head, he was on my body, and I look up and I'm still screaming, and he's kissing my dog.
Aw.
Kissing my dog, and then he kisses me, and then I'm looking for the lady, like, help me, but she ended up falling and like, messing up. So that is my Harold story for that day. And mind you, I peed on myself because I was scared of the big dog. So now I'm pissy. And now every time I see Harold, I go the opposite way. So I have to share this with you because I know you love dogs. I'm like, okay, I got to share her this story. So that's my story of Harold
I do love dogs.
and our
I
yeah,
do love
Harold
dogs
is
and I love
wonderful.
poodles.
Yeah.
And I have little dogs. I have toys. And my
Okay.
sister had a standard poodle who was 65 pounds. And
Mm,
China thought she was a lap dog like mine. And she
mm.
would just crawl up in my lap. And so 65 pounds in my lap is a lot different than 8 pounds.
A little, yes, it sure is. 'Cause that dog was heavy. His whole paw and mm-mm. So every time I see Harold, I turn the opposite way because he's too excited. So I have to share that with you. Thank you for allowing me to share this on your time. But I said, no, I don't have to share this with Miss Valerie. Use it for a book. Use it for
I
a
might
book.
have to.
All right. Thank you guys for allowing me to tell this story to my utter embarrassment, but I thought it was just hilarious. Now. So, my next question, and this falls in line. I have noticed you have dogs on your covers and in your story. Is that done on purpose and why?
I love dogs, and this is a way for me to enjoy them without having 15 or 20 dogs in my house. So,
Mhm.
on the cool thing about my mystery bookshop series is that the
Mhm.
dogs on the cover, those were my two dogs. So yeah, the
Really?
publisher asked if they could use my dogs for the cover, And so I sent the illustrator pictures of my dogs were Coco and Cash, and
Oh.
they were two toy chocolate poodles. And so
Uh-huh.
she put them on. They're in the book. They're called Snickers and Oreo, but I had to
Yeah.
protect their identity. So there, those two were mine. But the dogs on the Baker Street, I had coworkers
Uh-huh.
who had English Mastiffs, and I wondered what it would like to own a big dog. They had a
Mm-mm.
250-pound English Mastiff, and and my coworker says, it's the sweetest dog, and so
Mm-hmm.
I thought, well, I don't want to have to own a big dog or clean up after a big dog, so I can write about a big dog and enjoy it and enjoy the stories that people share with me without owning one.
Oh, yeah. I can imagine those dogs cost a lot to upkeep, just to upkeep and feed and whew,
Yeah, I mean
yeah. Those they're
the monthly heartworm preventative, it goes by weight. So,
Mhm.
I save
Yep.
money because my dogs are 10 pounds. Together they're 20 pounds,
Yeah.
so that not close to what a 250-pound, and just the food, the amount that you spend for food for a dog that
Yeah.
big.
Yeah. 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 No, 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 no. You're beautiful
Yes.
over there. Just like Harold was until he decided to be my friend. Okay. So my next question for you. And we know what I've already asked about this one is the baker. So can you tell us what can you tell us about your favorite characters from the Baker Streets mysteries? I'm sorry.
My favorite character is, I love writing about Baby, because she, being a social media influencer, she's always snapping pictures or videos of him and posting them online, and and all the
Mhm.
crazy hashtags that she comes up with to put up about Baby and his antics. And it
Yeah.
reminds me of, I had taken a video of my dogs yesterday, just in their normal
Uh,
craziness of what they do, and
mhm.
put it online. So it just reminds me so much of their personalities and
Mhm.
how unique each pet is.
Yeah. I love when they're playful. They make things just happy. My little fur baby makes me happy. And I know people like all she do is talk about her dogs, but I love my dogs. I love my dog. I don't have more than one. I love my fur baby. Okay, so my next question for you. When you are writing a new book, can you write without a working title or a cover? How is that process? What is that process like for you?
So I almost always am writing without a working title or a cover, because I really suck at coming up with titles and covers. My
Right.
publisher has, I think I've
Mhm.
turned in my 25th book, and I thank
Congratulations.
you. My publisher has kept about 3 titles out of 25. He's
Woo!
changed
Wow.
almost all of them. And so now I've stopped trying. I'm just sort of like title number 5, book number 5, or book number 25. And then he will throw out some ideas, and I'm like,
Mhm.
yeah, no, I don't like that one. Yeah, okay, yeah, I can do that. And sometimes I will ask, readers, hey, help me come up with a title. But I am just, it's not something I'm good at. And I can't
Got you.
tell you what I want to see on the cover. I know what I
Mhm.
like when I see it, but I can't tell you
Mhm.
what to put on it.
Got you. I love that you can do that, but like, and I asked it because I love getting other authors' perspective. For me, I gotta have a title, gotta have a working book cover. I gotta have a
Mm-hmm.
visual. So I'm so in awe that people can do it without a title or a book cover. You just know the story. That is awesome to
Yeah,
me.
but I do. I use Pinterest while I'm writing to give me inspiration.
Mhm.
And so, what I've been doing recently is when I finish a book, I will share my Pinterest board
Mhm.
with my editor, and they get the ideas from that board and use that.
Okay.
So, they had a picture of the model that I was,
Mhm.
basing Maddie on, and I can see her in this picture, and I had a picture of some English mastiffs, and they were like, well, what does the bakery look like? So I had pictures
Yeah.
of what the bakery looks
Mhm.
like, and it helps me
Mhm.
describe it while I'm writing it.
Got you. Got you. I like that. Thank you for sharing that with us because I just love listening to how other authors, get down and write and, what inspirations and how they keep going in your books and things like that. So
You're
thank
welcome.
you for saying that. And Naira Renee says, I love, and she's an author, I love using Pinterest. I create secret boards for each of my
Yep,
books.
I do too.
And she's been telling me that. She tells me that all the time. I have not gotten into the habit of doing it, but I love the visual. I love the idea of doing it.
When
Like I
it
said,
really helps,
idea.
especially because I write series. And so,
Got
when
you.
you're in book, the book that just came out in my mystery bookshop is book 10. And, I'm trying to
Hmm.
remember what the car looked like that, Frank Patterson
Hmm.
drove. And it's like, well, I think I mentioned it in book 2 or book 4. And I
Hmm.
can just go back to a Pinterest board and look and see what the car looked like or what the house looked like um, for inspiration. So I find it helpful. Once I um, publish the book, then I'll make the,
Uh-huh.
the Pinterest board, visible. I don't know that any readers are really looking at it, but
Got you.
they're out there.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing that with us. Like I said, I love hearing your process of creating. The cough on it, it's sitting right there and it doesn't want to come. So, okay, I have a last question
Okay.
for you before we get into some games tonight. Can you give us some caffeinated confessions,
Uh-oh.
right? Because we love our coffee here, right? We're coffee drinkers. Can you give us a sneak peek on what's next in your writing journey?
Okay. Well, book 4 in the Baker Street Mystery is coming out in
Mhm.
July, and I'm just starting work on book 5 in the series.
Okay.
And so I think that the cover of book 4
Mhm.
kind of gives away a lot about what's going to happen in the future between
Okay. Okay.
Maddie
Okay.
and Michael. And so
Okay. I like them.
I do too.
Yang to each other. I love
Yeah,
it.
I like them too, and also like books. Let's see that, and I just finished um, the 11th book in my mystery bookshop series.
Wow, is there 11
There will
books?
be 11 books because the 11th book, my publisher just approved it. So I don't, that'll come out in, I think he said February of 2026. And
Okay.
um, then I'm actually working on a proposal for a new
Mhm.
book. Oh, and the Callie
Yes.
E. Benjamin, my
Okay.
Bailey the Bloodhound series. The second,
Oh, I don't know.
yeah, there's 2 books. There's going to
Uh,
be 2. The first book, Sniffing Out Murder, is already that was already released, and then the second book, Hounding a Killer, is coming out in May.
Okay,
this
this
year.
year. Okay, I have more books to go look up. I'm excited because I love a good mystery. And what I like about your style of writing, you don't tell who the murderer is right off. I like that we get to find out slowly in the book. Not slow like saying the writing is slow, but you get to go along and figure out who the murderer is with the characters and try to figure it out. Because I think I'm a detective, right? Because I love true crime and I'm like, I'm going to figure this out. So I love being able to try to do that, even though I don't always get it with your books. I don't always get them, but I like that I get to go into play detective when I'm reading your
Good.
books.
Good. That's what
Yeah.
we want to hear.
Yeah, I love it. So great job, and I'm excited to learn more about your other books as well. I read the other one for VM Burns, so I'm excited about the Callie E. Benjamin as well. So I'm going to look those up as well. So when the interview is over, if you can, when it populates on the Sharon Blunt Writes page, if you can put in some of your links to your website, to your other books as well, that will be helpful so they can find your
Sure.
books. I'm sorry.
Absolutely.
Thank you. I appreciate it. So are you ready? So that is my last question for
Okay.
now. Are you ready to play a game with us
All right.
today?
Yes. Let's do it.
They're fun. It's fun, kind of. Maybe they're difficult, but they're
Okay.
fun. They're a little difficult, but they're fun. All right, and you guys can. I want to thank you for. Uh, I'm a little excited, as you can see. Thank you for joining us tonight. So, if you would like to play with us, go ahead and put your answers in the comment section. Please join because it's interactive. Well, which I try. Once again, if you do have a comment or a question for Valerie Burns, please put it in the comment section. I promise I will read them. All right.
I'm
You
ready.
ready? We play a Would You
Okay.
Rather. All right. So, these are tropes. So, would you rather write Friends to Lovers or Road Trip
Friends
Romance?
to lovers.
Okay. All right. I like that. All right. So, you have a weekend free of writing, which, that don't always
No.
happen. But let's just say you have a weekend free to just watch good
Okay.
movies. Who are you going to start with? Cicely Tyson or Audrey Hepburn?
Mm. Cicely Tyson.
You can't go
Yeah.
wrong. Can't go wrong. Can't go wrong with Miss Cicely
Mm-mm.
Tyson. All right. Let's just say you got another weekend free. We always got these weekends free of not riding, but they have some new movies coming out. Which one are you going to first with this leading actor? Sean Connery or Morgan Freeman?
Wow, that's a hard one. I love Sean Connery's accent, his voice, but I think I'm going to go for
Yeah.
Morgan Freeman.
Oh, his voice is just
It
marvelous too,
is.
though.
It is.
Yeah, you can't go wrong. Can't go wrong. Now, this one's a little tough. Just a little tough. Okay, you got an hour ride to your next book event.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you listening to? Because you only have one, let's say
Okay.
CD. Because if you got CD, it's old, but it's okay. CD. Who are you going to listen to? Luther Vandross or Anita Baker?
Luther.
No, you can't go wrong with
No.
Luther. You
I'm going to be
know,
listening to Luther.
team. Yes. So this is the
Okay.
last one. And this is for my all caffeinated beverage people. Because here we tell caffeinated confessions, we don't spill nothing. Because we like, they spill the tea everywhere else. But we don't like to waste our products. We want our caffeinated beverage. So listen, so no matter what you get at either of these places, doesn't matter if it's caffeinated or not. Where are you going? Are you team Starbucks? Are you team Dunkin'
Team
Donuts?
Dunkin' Donut.
All right. All right. See. No, no, not. They don't never get my order right
No.
there, ever, 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 never. So thank you for playing a game with us. Thank you, and I hope you had a little fun. And we do have a question for you before Miss Valerie has a giveaway to do. But before we get there, let's ask this question from Tanya Brown Rivers. Do you have a favorite dog character in a movie?
In a movie.
Oh, that's good. That is a good one.
Hmm. Um,
Dutch Bros. Hmm.
let's see. I think Lassie. I'm all about Lassie.
Oh, Lassie. I don't know what I thought you said. I'm waiting. I didn't even
That dog
Lassie.
was, you know, a couple of barks, and it's like Timmy has fallen down the well again, and Lassie is going to
Oh, yeah.
save him.
Yes, I remember Lassie. I haven't thought about Lassie in a long time. I didn't forgot all about Lassie. I used to watch it every
Yep.
day.
I mean that
Yeah.
kid got into so much trouble, and all those people would be dead were it not for Lassie and
Yeah.
how
Yeah.
often she saved them.
Yep. I love Lassie. I forgot all about that. Look, what a great memory. Great question, Tanya. That was a good one. I love that. So tonight we have a giveaway. And if you want to participate into the giveaway, we have the lucky number. And if you can give us a number between 1 and 15, put it in the comments, and the first person who gets it right will win. Can you tell us what you are
I'm
giving away?
giving away a copy of the third book in my Baker Street Mystery series, A Cup of Flour, A Pinch of Death.
Oh, and it's good. And it's good. All right. We're getting replies. We're gonna wait just a little bit. So while they are putting their replies in here, can you tell us in 3 words or more, describe your books and your writing style?
Oh, let's see. Cozy,
Mhm.
um, fun,
Okay.
and let's see. My writing style.
I have a
Oh,
word.
go give it to me.
Hilarious.
I was thinking
Hilarious.
humor. I like books to be a little humorous. I don't like anything that's going to be too
Mhm.
serious. So,
Yeah.
I write about murder, and it shouldn't be scary. I don't want anything that's going to be too scary.
Yeah.
And so
Mhm.
add a little bit of humor in there. We'll have some dog love and
Mhm.
hopefully some treats.
Okay, I like it. I like it. And I think that sums up your books. They're a little bit of everything to me. That's why I enjoy it. They're not scary because I don't particularly care for scary books. So that's what I enjoy with your writing
Thank
style.
you.
You're right. We do have a winner, and I saw, where is she at? Oh no no. Okay. No, no, no. Where did it go? Okay. And the number was 7. And the winner tonight is Becky. And I hope I say your last name, Merrill. Becky Merrill, you are the winner of a signed copy from Valerie Barnes. Congratulations. Please message me your mailing address, and congratulations. Once again, thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you, Valerie, for your generosity.
Oh, thank you.
And I hope you enjoyed, had a good time, a good laugh, and a
I
good
did,
time.
and Harold may find its way into a book.
Harold is a healer fool, right? That's why I walk right on past Harold now. So, if you remember, this is the first question I asked you in the beginning. Can you let us know how we can stay in contact you? I'm
Yeah, the
sorry.
best way to reach me is through my website, vmburns.com. And
Mm-hmm.
also, I'm on Facebook, and that is VM Burns as well. And I'm on Instagram, VM Burns Books. So, but if
Oh,
you go to my website, there's a contact me page, and you can shoot me an
mhm.
email, um, and you can see all my books.
All right. And under all of her other pen names, you know, you a good author when you have some, not one, but two, three, three pen names. You know, you doing the thing when you got those pen names. So check out Miss Valerie Burns. Sorry, I don't know why I said Barnes. Burns. Um, Check her books out. I promise you, I don't recommend any books that are not good. When I tell you, each and every book is wonderful from the Baker series. And can you tell me the name? For some reason, I can't remember the one that you're writing about. Two mysteries in
That's the
one.
Mystery Bookshop Mystery Series, and
Mm-hmm.
I have my Baker Street Mystery Series. That one's Valerie Burns. The for
Mm-hmm.
VM, it's going to be the Mystery Bookshop Mystery Series. I have an R.J. Franklin Mystery Series and a Dog Club Mystery
Mm-hmm.
Series. And then Callie
Mm-hmm.
E. Benjamin is my Bailey the Bloodhound Mystery Series.
And as soon as we leave here, I'm going to go to Amazon and go check that out. So, because I didn't know about that one. So, you know, once again, thank you. I had a wonderful time tonight, and I hope the audience had a wonderful time getting to know Valerie. If you have not picked up any of her books or were not familiar, I believe the Baker series is now back on Kindle Unlimited. Give it a try, and I know she would appreciate you once you're done. Leave a review. She would appreciate that once you read. I'm nervous. I'm not sure why. I'm never nervous. So once you are done, please leave a review. I know Miss Valerie, would appreciate it.
Absolutely.
So I want to say thank you very much for joining us this evening, Valerie. Thank you for tuning in and watching me. I've been doing this not so long, but I appreciate everyone who comes out and support. Also, if you anytime you see an author come on here, just know they are supporting building relationships around books, my book club, not and supporting our awards, the Reading Warriors Choice Awards. Not only are they helping themselves, they are sponsoring by being a guest, sponsoring the awards that are given out to their colleagues. So thank you once again. If you would like to be a sponsor or find out how you can be a guest on Java City Literary Lounge, please email me at coffeebrat2020 at gmail.com. Thank you. Also, real quick, I do have a YouTube channel, Java City Literary Lounge. Check it out. It's new. Leave a comment, like, and share. Thank you once again. Have a great weekend with a good hot beverage, you know, coffee preferred, right? And always do it with a book. Thank you very much. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye bye. Thank you again,
Thank you so
Valerie.
much. This was fun.
Oh, I'm happy to hear that. You made my weekend.